Hello, my name is Stanislav Sokol, and in this presentation I would like to introduce you our application set COrvus for blind and partially sighted. This is Lenka. Lenka is our friend, colleague. Lenka was always dreaming about family. Today she has a husband, two beautiful children, but she can't see her family. She is blind. That's why it is more important for her than for most of us to have good connection with the world, to connect with her husband if necessary, to call the doctor when her child got ill, to have a feeling of safety, and to be independent as much as possible. To achieve this, mobile phone is really important in Lenka's life. But in 2012, we said goodbye to keypad Symbian smartphones, and Lenka faced a new problem. How should I continue my mobile communication with new touchscreen smartphones? This is not a problem only for Lenka. We have 235 million blind and partially sighted people in the world, according to WHO, and the same problem is faced by a huge group of elderly people. In today's smartphones, we have great functionality, a lot of beautiful icons, but when you can't see the screen properly, or you can't see it at all, then it's a problem. We decided to solve this problem, and we set a simple equation. Blind plus Android is equal, and our answer is COrvus.
Good afternoon, I am COrvus, application set which makes Android smartphones accessible to blind and partially sighted people.
So COrvus introduced itself, and I would like to add that in COrvus we always display one element per whole screen, so it is not more necessary where you touch the screen. The only thing which is important is which gesture you perform at a time. Thanks to this principle, blind and partially sighted users, they can easily do callings, they can write SMS, they can access their contacts, use register of calls, they can take notes, use recorder, audio player, and much more. So as I said, in COrvus we always display one element per whole screen. So let's go into more details. We order elements into list of items. These items, they can have like big icons. This is very important for partially sighted to have a good possibility to recognize these items. They have different shapes and colors, and partially sighted, they can also adjust the size of letters. Everything what is displayed on the screen is also announced by speech, so this is very important for blind users. This is COrvus home screen. It is a list of 4 elements, and now I will go through these elements simply by swiping down or swiping up. So these are 2 of 6 main navigation gestures in COrvus. Let's see what will happen. Swipe down.
Battery 35%, 2 of 4. Signal 5 Wi-Fi, Stopka 3 of 4. Date and time, 1741 Monday 28/11/2016, 4 of 4.
So this is very basic status information about our mobile phone, and as I said, this is home screen with 4 items. I can go to the top of this list by swiping up.
Signal 5 Wi-Fi, Stoke, battery 35%, enter menu 1 of 4.
When I want to access menu, I will do double tap on the screen using one finger, and this way I can access more functionality of COrvus.
Window, menu, item, phone 1 of 9.
So new list was opened. This list consists of 9 elements, 9 items, and now I will go through this list from top to the bottom, again just by swiping down.
Contacts 2 of 9. Register 3 of 9. Messages 4 of 9. Email 5 of 9. Profiles 6 of 9. Applications 7 of 9. Settings 8 of 9. Help 9 of 9.
So this is the main functionality of COrvus, and always in these lists you have information which is the position of a current item in the list and what is the maximum number of items in this list. This is this 9 of 9.
Help 9 of 9.
When I want to go one level back, I will simply swipe to the left.
Window, COrvus item, menu 1 of 4.
And now I am back at the very first list of 4 items, this list with status information. Let's have a look how can we write in COrvus. Our keyboard consists of 4 rows. Each row has 3 buttons. As for placement of letters on these buttons, we use old system of former keypad phones, like this one. For instance, button number 2, there we have letters A, B, C, the same placement as here on the former phone. For number 3, we have letters D, E, F. This is very practical for blind and partially sighted users, and we use the same system on our keyboard. What is great about this keyboard is that you can define where is button number 5 just by putting the finger anywhere on the keyboard. So let's say that button number 5 will be here.
Space.
Okay, from this moment the other buttons were virtually drawn around my finger. So for instance, button number 1 is on top left, button number 3 is on top right direction. Now, if we want to write letter, for instance letter A, we know that letter A is placed on button number 2. Button number 2 is on top from the finger, which is placed on the screen. So I will do short movement to the top to reach A.
A.
Okay, and now A was written. I will lift my finger.
A.
And A was selected. So if I want to write other letters like B or C from button number 2, I will again define the number 5.
Space.
It will be here, and I know that I need to move my finger to the top to reach number 2, but now I will do longer line because B and C are other letters, and I need to do a longer line when I want to reach these letters.
A. B.
Okay, now I reached B, and I will lift my finger to select this letter.
V.
So B was written. Now I will show you how to write the word COrvus using this keyboard.
Space. A. V. C. Space M. N. O. P. Q. R. R. Space T. U. V. V. Space T. U. U. P. Q. R. S. S. COrvus.
A part of special environment, we can also use standard Android user interface thanks to our COrvus screen reader. So now we are in Android settings.
Settings.
We have this green frame which is focus, and this focus makes pre-selection of element for us, and we can move this frame by very similar navigation system, so by swiping up or down.
Search settings. Wireless and networks.
And we can move the frame between these elements.
Airplane mode. Unchecked. Wi-Fi.
And when we want to activate or confirm the element, we will double tap anywhere on the screen.
Navigate up.
So what is important here, just to move the green frame, and then we can perform the gesture anywhere on the screen.
Nowe sprawy, wstąp do ponuki 1 z 4. Okno, content register, okno, wołane czíslo, okno, Peter Bernard 28. novembra 2000.
Peťo?
There are also other solutions, but we are different. We have 3 strong areas. We introduce unique conjunction of 2 approaches which are normally used independently in this area. It is special environment and screen reader. Thanks to screen reader, you can access a variety of external applications in Android environment. The second thing which is important and which we are different, it's software. COrvus is software, it is no special hardware. So blind people can install it on a variety of Android phones, and they are not fixed to only one solution, to one phone. And we have great scalability to different user needs, thanks to our variety of settings.
No, wysokcji. Tak, super. Super. Teraz to żółte, czyśmy tam mali.
With COrvus, we try to better quality of life of blind and partially sighted people, and we believe that we can approach also other groups of users. More information you can find at www.corvuskit.com.